Well, that sure was an episode yesterday, huh? That was what an incredible scene, yeah? Hi, this is Minsk from the future, basically after this footage was recorded that you're about to watch. Here to offer some quick commentary on the events, what I loved about that was that it still managed to shock me, because the build-up's been there this whole damn game for how it's going to go down when Estelle and Joshua finally inevitably meet. And, I thought, it was just going to be Estelle super angry, laying into Joshua. I mean, she kind of said she was going to be doing that. But instead, it's incredible. Just Estelle is such a powerful character. She always comes off so strong in so many scenes. I mean, she's had her moments of weakness, but she just comes out stronger every time. And in this scene, even though, Joshua's the most physically powerful character in our cast of protagonists, but Estelle just breaks him down by getting to the core of him there. That's so cool. That's so fantastic. Guys, I think this game might have some really good writing. I don't know. It's just an inkling I have in my mind. Just like a weird little idea I got. But I don't know if you agree with me, but yeah. So, you guys might be wondering why I am doing this random intro video here instead of just moving on with the episode. In fact, some of you might already be guessing why I'm doing this, because I've had to do it at least once in my YouTube career previously, do something stupid like this. I lost the audio for the rest of the episode when I originally recorded. So the episode you're about to watch, I lost the original audio. Technically, I had some audio left, but my microphone was super crackly and dying already then, so it was definitely unusable, and it was starting to be out of sync. You can kind of hear the out of syncness in times at the end of yesterday's episode. I tried to fix it, but I think there's places where it still comes, you can hear it, I talk a little bit off when the text is on the screen. So yeah, so after it got super crackly, all of a sudden it just died, about 40 minutes into recording today and yesterday and today's episode. And I only realized that due to some poor planning on my part, on the second screen display. I only realized that close to the end of the recording, about 10 minutes left when I realized it, and I was like, oh no. So I do apologize for that. That means that, I had the video recorded, but I didn't have the audio originally planned, so I couldn't retain any of that I talked about. I'm really sorry about it. This has happened once or twice before, and I really do hate when it happens. It sucks so much having to do a post-recording, because I had some honest reactions and some interesting discussions. I consider interesting discussions in between the dialogue there, and now they're lost to the ether. So what are you going to do? So I had to do the next best answer, which is what you're going to watch now, is I simply rewatched my recording and re-recorded all of the dialogue with the characters. Because, that's what I've been doing this whole time, is doing all the voice acting. So I thought I at least need to retain that. I also, in a couple spots where I knew there's time for me to banter, I also gave a little bit of my thoughts on what's going on with the plot and my expectations and some of my speculation, So you'll get a few of those coming up in this episode. But this is all re-recorded audio after this little intro is over. You're also going to have a couple of weird cuts. So because I'm using the video I originally recorded, there are times I pause to have one of my random diatribes, my random discussions, but I can't remember what I talked about every time. So rather than force you to stare at a blank screen without any context, I'm just going to cut those parts out, which means it's going to shorten the episode a little bit, but there's going to be some weird jumps in the music as there's little cuts. So you can only speculate as to what my random musings were at those moments, okay? Again, I do apologize for that, but this is the best answer I can do to solve this situation, to salvage the episode that was lost, so to speak, with that audio. So, because, I think you guys at least deserve to see my, hear me do the voices for the characters, kind of pretend that, this is what it would have been like on my first go as well. Which, by the way, I got to comment, that I'll comment before we jump into it. This really was like a final exam of me doing all the voices. There's a ridiculous amount of returning faces in this next video. It feels like they were really testing me on, does Minsk remember what voice he gave every character? And I sure did my damnedest. I guess it helped that I got to re-record it on that sense. I got a second pass at these. But I gotta say, Captain Julia, I never did get a good voice nailed down for her, I feel like. So I think I screwed up her voice here. Well, I don't know, you can be the judges, but yeah. Otherwise, it was very amusing, like when characters kept popping up, but like, oh, okay, this one too, I gotta quickly remember how to do this voice, huh? Okay, all right. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. It really is a shame that that was lost forever. That like original recording. Hopefully, this one will make up for it. It's gonna be a weird one. It's not almost like most of my commentary is gone, so it's mainly just gonna be my voice acting. But hopefully, someone still enjoys that. So that's enough of the intro and apologies. Please enjoy today's episode of Trails in the Sky, a second chapter. That was a little embarrassing. No kidding. Oh, right! Here, let me return this. Oh! Seriously, Joshua, this is your only memento of Karin, right? You shouldn't just fob this off on others without thinking, buddy. Yes. It was a bit thoughtless of me, wasn't it? I was kind of wondering, what kind of person was she? What kind of person? She was friendly to everyone she met, kind almost to a fault, and she had dignity born of humility. She and Lo, the Lo of back then, were perfect together. I was always a little jealous of them as a child. Friendly, kind, and dignified. So she was kind of like Chloe then. It's a good comparison thinking about it. Karin didn't look like Chloe. She had my eyes and hair. But they were similar in spirit. Estelle? Oh, nothing? Oh, speaking of Chloe, you realize you worried her and everyone else sick too, and not just me, right? You have some serious groveling to do when we get back. Estelle, I don't... If you say something like, oh, I don't have the right to go back, I'm gonna just drag you back by your hair, okay? Sure, you were Weissman's spy, but you didn't even know it, right? Even helping the bandits get their ship back was done to try and stop the Society, right? If you tell Dad about the Society's plans, that'll make it even. That's what they call a plea bargain, right? That's not quite how a plea bargain works. Besides, even if you want to stop the Society, you can't get back on that ship, can you? In that case, your only option is to work with us, Buster. And if you hadn't been abducted, I could have destroyed the Glorious as I originally planned. Oh, yeah, sorry. Wait, hold on. How can you say destroy the Glorious so easily? I know it's the Society we're talking about, but were you really going to kill them all? It will take nothing less to stop Weissman and Lo. And even then, there's a decent chance that they'd survive the destruction of the Glorious. Oh, for the love of... No, actually, I think it's for the best I got caught. You were going to do something completely crazy, Joshua. You're all, Estelle's being all cute and naive again, aren't you? No, not at all. It's just that you have matured a lot as a person while we've been apart. But ultimately, you're still Estelle. That makes me happier than I thought possible. Oh, come on, Estelle. Why the heck does Joshua's smile still make my heart race? It's 'cause it's been a while, isn't it? It still gets me right there. Huh? Estelle? Hey, you got along pretty well with that tomboy, right? Tomboy? Oh, you mean Gisette. Well, at first we had our differences. Even so, we came to understand each other pretty well by the end, I'd say. Understand each... Did you kiss her? What? Question. Answer. Give. Right. Of course I didn't. Our relationship wasn't like that. Oh, good. Well, then... Can I request a do-over of that night? A do-over? Oh. The first kiss is really important to a girl, you know. And it was all your fault that mine got wasted. So you've got to take responsibility, mister. Estelle? Estelle, I suppose I do. Hey, Joshua! The tomboy! What? Aw, heck, you got away too, huh? I was hoping you'd stay caught. Gee, maybe I should have thrown you at them as a distraction. But I don't think they'd like grimy tomboys. Come on, Gisette, don't start a fight.
You won't object to a brief truce, I hope, Miss Bracer.
Yeah, well, you guys did save us back there after all. So, thank you. Really, we wouldn't have made it out without you.
There's no need to thank us.
Psh, I don't remember saving you. So just keep your thanks to yourself, okay? Okay, one of you is getting dragged off to prison after all, it looks like. That aside, Astray, what are your plans now? Huh? We came to ask again if you wanted to come with us, but I'm thinking it looks like we don't even need to ask, eh? Yes, forgive me. I'm not really certain how things will go from here. Right now, though, I will be traveling with Estelle. Joshua!
I see.
Whatever. At least there's still a chance. What? Joshua, remember? You get tired of Miss Airhead over there, just come on back to us. He'll always have a place on the Bobcat, okay? Walk over here and call me an airhead one more time, you greasy tomboy. Thank you, Gisette. Don, Kyle, I owe all of you so much.
That's all mine.
Good luck and stay safe.
Hopefully we'll meet again someday.
Estelle. What is it? You do understand that the enemies we've made are overwhelmingly powerful. You were captured primarily as bait to lure me out, I suspect. That way, the Glorious wouldn't be destroyed in Weissman's absence.
Oh.
And to be honest, Love probably could have saved the ship after kicking our bodies into the sea. I'm fairly sure the reason he didn't was out of pity. Pity at how weak I was, I mean. All of the Enforcers are the same. In terms of pure power, they are all masters, far stronger than me. Even Ren. We have picked what will probably be the hardest fight of our lives.
Yeah.
But I do promise. I promise I won't ever run from reality again. I will walk with you until the very end.
Joshua, I promise too, to the very end. And that was the end of Chapter 6, The Whereabouts of Bonds. While I have this quick break here to actually yammer a little bit, I'm so glad that the Kapuas had like a happy ending. I kept comparing them to Team Rocket throughout the playthrough. In some sense also because they kinda, like, you end up rooting for them. So I'm super glad that they had like a happy ending at the end. Although I don't know what Team Rocket's ending ever was, so... Okay, back to the voice acting.
This is LeBlanc. The device is in place. I await the beginning of the ceremony. This is Direwolf. All done here. Hurry up and get this started.
This is Bewitching Bell. The beta is in place.
Ren here. I'm ready, so we can start whenever.
The moment is upon us. Let us begin stage 3 of the plan. Oriole, sealed in the darkness where Septium's light does not reach. May you gaze upon our poor material world through your gospel.
Isn't that interesting wording there, by the way? Real quick comment, like, your gospel. Like the gospels were designed for whatever this Oriole was, you know?
Gaze upon these 4 pillars. They are the final shackles that bind you. Simple they may appear to be, but know that their purpose was long shrouded by the decree of man. With hands which bend the will of all, reveal their true form.
So if I can comment real quick in this cutscene, like, implications are that the Oriole was sealed away in some kind of alternate dimension, I think? And, like, you know, the first lock was the castle underground, But then also, after that was done, the second seal is the Four Towers, which of course activated at the end of first chapter. But more importantly, the phrasing makes it sound like the Oriole is some kind of being that you're wording, and he's really talking to it as a person. I don't know if he's just being dramatic or not, so just have to wait and see, But interesting stuff. That's about it. Again, I've got once again, just quick commentaries I can throw in between here. So we're going to go back to the voice acting here about.
Ladies, gentlemen, our blessed celebration is ready. Now go. Enjoy it to your fullest. Excellent. We, the enforcers of Ouroboros, by order of Anangui,
We shall now liberate you of your shackles.
Chapter 7, The Tetracyclic Towers.
And that is the situation as it stands, and all the information I gathered while aboard the Glorious.
This is like looking into the maw of madness. To think a monster of a ship like that has intruded into Liberal. What could they possibly plan to do with something so powerful?
Unfortunately, I did not manage to learn all the details of the gospel plan. I do know that they've already begun the next phase of it, though. They said the third stage of the plan was getting ready to start, but that's about it. The situation is grim. General Morgan, has the army begun to plan a response?
These two, as might be expected, contacted Cassius last night before coming to us. At his suggestion, I've put the entire army on a state of high alert. We have the entire aerial fleet in the air patrolling the width and breadth of the kingdom now, Your Majesty.
I see. Very good. Estelle, Joshua, thank you very much for your hard work.
No, it's nothing. We just did the right thing,
To be honest, I should have approached you much earlier. I apologize for my earlier behavior, especially the theft of the airship.
Wait, Joshua?
It's all right, Estelle. I'm prepared for whatever punishment they deem fit.
Your Majesty, what shall we do with him?
Yes, I believe we will have to bend the letter of the law to match its spirit in this case. In light of all the information on the society you have brought us, Joshua Estray, I am willing to pardon you for your past deeds.
Really?
But your It is all right, Joshua. To be honest, an orphan of Hamel deserves a far greater recompense than a queen's simple discretion.
Oh.
As I imagined, you do know. That I knew of the massacre and have remained quiet about it until now.
What? What do you mean?
The 100 Days' War began with a furious declaration of war from Erebonia to Liberal. It was given on the basis that the butchery at Hamel was conducted by Liberal's armed forces. However, as a condition of the treaty that ended the war, the Empire retracted the accusation. On the grounds that neither side would ever, under any circumstances, speak of Hamel again.
Just like Love said!
Once I considered the circumstances, I could, if vaguely, see what had happened in the Empire. However, even though Cassius's counterattack plan had gained us significant victories, Erebodea had not committed the bulk of its military to the invasion of Liberal. If they returned with the greater part of their army... After realizing that, I agreed to their conditions. Oh. I chose to prioritize my nation's safety over the pursuit of the truth. I destroyed any hope the victims, who were lost in the shadows, had for justice. Those words that Lieutenant Lawrence, that Leonard said to me, "You are hardly qualified to feel pity for me." He was absolutely correct. Your Majesty! Your Majesty, please, do not blame yourself. You had no connection to the massacre, and the safety of your entire nation was at risk. As a ruler, you made the right decision. Joshua, this land of Liberal is my home. It is the place that mended my broken heart. I don't hate you for choosing to protect it, Your Majesty. I thank you for it. Joshua! Yeah! Thank you, Joshua. To hear you say that feels as though a burden was lifted from my shoulders.
Estelle! Joshua!
Oh! Everyone.
Estelle! I'm so glad you're safe. And Joshua. You're both back! You're both back!
Chloe, Tita. Hi, guys. Sorry to make you worry. Really, you two. The way you behave can drive a woman to drink, you know.
Huh. Still, though, good to see you brought back our little runaway after all.
Shara, Agate.
Glad to see you two are back. I'm certain this, too, must be the divine guidance of ideas.
Sorry for all the fuss.
You dang well better be.
Oh, Kevin!
I gotta tell you, Estelle, when you got snatched up, I just about flipped out in every direction I could. Seriously, don't make me worry like that next time, okay?
Yeah, sorry about that.
So then, this must be...
Yes, I'm Joshua Astray. A pleasure to meet you, Father Graham.
Ugh, even more handsome than I'd expected. And wait, you know me?
I heard about you once or twice while keeping an ear open for what Estelle was doing. I heard how you helped Estelle when she was in need several times. Thank you. I'm grateful for your help.
Nah, it wasn't a big deal. So, if you two have made up, I won't say anything. Except... just don't leave your girlfriend in the lurch like that again, eh? Otherwise, some of us will take that as a cue she's single again.
I will, keep that in mind. Huh? What are you two whispering about?
Nothing, just a guy thing.
Yes, it's nothing. If it's something dirty, I can show you the girl thing we do with a stick in response.
Yeah. Speaking of dirty.
Pardon me, Your Majesty.
Dad! Cassius. General Bright, thank you for coming.
Have you gotten the orders out to all forces?
Yes, I flew out here as soon as I was finished. I thought it was about time to come and do my duty as a father.
Huh?
We spoke on the phone yesterday, but this is the first time we've met face to face in a while.
Yes, it is. I'm sorry I made you worry.
I knew the oath you made. I'm nearly as much to blame as you are. You needn't apologize, but I must do my duty.
Ah!
Oh. Whoa! Wait, Dad! It's alright, Estelle. That's what you're supposed to do to a runaway son, right?
Exactly. It looks like you understand now. Just how badly everyone was worried about you, huh?
Yes. It's just the sort of thing someone like me wouldn't realize, isn't it?
Yes, it is a hard thing to truly grasp. No man stands alone, even if he tries his hardest to. He's affected by those around him. And conversely, he affects those around him simply through the act of living. Even without meaning to, we form relationships, and in time, those relationships become bonds.
Bonds?
And a bond once formed never breaks. No matter how far we travel, no matter what path we follow, they remain in some form. Do you understand just how strong such bonds can be now?
Yes. Honestly, I'd underestimated them. I didn't understand how powerful they could be at all. Joshua?
If you learned that, then I think your little walking tour was worth it.
Aw, they hugged out in the end.
Joshua, you damn fool of a son of mine.
So cute.
Welcome home.
Cassius. Dad.
I might say half the foolishness comes from the parent myself.
It's a lovely moment, Morgan. Come now. Pardon me. Captain Schwartz, what is it? Your Majesty, sirs, there are massive groups of unidentified creatures near all 5 major cities. From the reports, we suspect they may be archaisms, but we're not sure. What? They've started moving. Also, we've received reports of herds of armored beasts and soldiers wearing red from every region. Local guard forces are engaged in fighting them back.
As I feared.
I should return to Harkin Gate immediately.
Also,
Schwartz, there can't possibly be more.
there is. We lack details, but there is some kind of abnormality, is the only way to put it, at the towers. The top of each tower has been engulfed in darkness. It's bizarre.
What in the... I hate it when my bad feelings turn out to be right.
Furthermore, a guard ship on patrol attempted to approach one, but it began suffering catastrophic system failure as it approached, and only barely managed to pull back.
Horrible suspension.
What about ground-based scouts?
I've already dispatched them. No word back yet.
Excuse me, Captain Schwartz, I have a report. The scouting units deployed to the towers have all been destroyed. It sounds impossible, but every squad was scattered by just one person. The reports are consistent.
What? That can only be... Yes, only an enforcer could do that. Dad, the normal army troops have no hope of defeating them. Let me go.
Excuse me, Joshua. Why are you trying to go out on your own? Did you already forget the promise we made?
But Estelle... The Society's on the move. As a bracer of Liberal, I can't just sit back and ignore them.
I'm going after them too. Either way.
Estelle...
It isn't just Estelle either. I'm coming as well.
I have my own personal reasons for wanting to confront one of them, after all.
As do I.
Shara, Zen.
Point is, you ain't the only one tied up in this. No running off without us, got it?
That's right, Joshua. This is just the kind of time we all need to work together.
Agate, Tita. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Looks like you've decided. Then allow me to make a formal request of the Bracer Guild on behalf of the Royal Army. I want you to investigate and resolve the situations at each of the tetracyclic towers. Bring the phenomena to a halt and, if possible, apprehend those responsible. Yeah, got it!
The Guild accepts your mission, General Bright. Grandmother? Will you lend us the Arsail? Huh? Your Highness.
Certainly. This is a situation which demands haste. I was considering offering the Arsail regardless, but if you are asking yourself, does that mean you are ready?
No, not yet. When I return the ship, however, then I will have an answer for you.
Very well. The barrel's wings of hope are yours to use as you see fit.
Thank you very much. Julia, prepare the Arsail for launch, please. We must head to the towers immediately.
By your command, milady. And so Liberal fell into chaos, not seen since the 100 Days' War. Cassius and Morgan returned to Lyston Fortress and the Hawken Gate, respectively, to take command of the Royal Army. Meanwhile, Estelle and her friends headed for the towers which dotted the landscape using the Arsail. Hey, we get a random payment of the job we did, I guess. That's good. I guess, so we don't forget the recompense for our earlier mission. Now what's going on here? I didn't expect you'd have to go back to Erebonia, Olivier. It is a bit out of the blue.
No, to be honest, I was due back some time ago. However, you, Estelle, so monopolized my time, I delayed my return for a while.
I see. Sorry, I guess it's my fault.
Not at all! Don't you worry your precious head over it. In return for my accompanying you hither and yon, I was able to reunite with my dear, sweet Joshua after all.
You're the same as always, Olivier. Say, Olivier.
What is it?
You... No, never mind. Thank you for taking the time to help Estelle on her journeys.
I merely followed my whims. You need not be so guarded. Though, if you insist on a passionate farewell kiss, well...
Yeah, no, that's enough, thanks. Can't you say goodbye seriously at least once?
I thought you would have learned by now that I am always serious. Estelle, Joshua, Shara, everyone, you have great trials ahead of you, so be careful. Know that Olivier Lenheim shall pray for your success from the skies of Erebonia.
Thanks, Olivier. You take care, too.
Stay safe, Olivier.
If we get the chance, we should go drinking again. Next time we meet, try ditching the love-struck idiot deck, alright?
Goodbye, Olivier.
Didn't know you long, but it was good times. See ya!
Farewell, Olivier. Thank you for your help.
So it sucks to lose Olivier, but I love that everyone got like a little quote there. That was cute. Hey!
Grandpa?
Hello again, friends! Tita, have you been a good girl?
Hee yup.
Back up a sec, Gramps. Why are you here?
Well, as you may have noticed, a fair bit's going on. They brought me on board a few days ago. Far more importantly, Estelle Joshua. It does an old man's heart good to see you two back safe.
Yeah, we managed it somehow. I'm sincerely sorry to have worried you, Professor.
No, my boy. If you're back safe, that's what matters. So, the business at hand is the tetracyclic towers and that strangeness atop them. Looks like I'll have to throw this old back into another mystery.
Thanks, Professor. I was wondering, too. Do you have any suggestions for which tower we should start with?
That's a good question. The closest are the Ambero and Carnelia towers, but really they're all the same now. With the Arsail speed, the distance doesn't really matter. My advice would be to prioritize targets where we have solid information on our enemies.
Information? Like what?
We received an update from the scout unit dispatched to Esmalas Tower. A masked man in formal white clothing appeared there.
That must be that Phantom Thief guy!
But what we heard back in the castle, to be defeated by one man.
Seems he has the skill to back up all that bragging he did.
LeBlanc, the Phantom Thief. His specialty as an enforcer is in trickery, false image copies, shadow pinning, that sort of thing. Fighting him is going to be like fighting a riddle.
That sounds ducky. Still, just knowing who the enemy is will make it easier than any other tower. Okay, let's head to Esmalas Tower first.
As you wish.
Engines full ahead.
Set course for Esmalas Tower in the Roland region.
So, quick comment here as a commentary. I'm really frustrated that we just lost Olivier when, he would have been great against LeBlanc. So you'll see me do the next best choice in a bit when we pick our party members. By picking guys who were there with LeBlanc,
And so ends the moratorium I placed upon myself. No, I may yet have one chance left, perhaps.
Wait!
Ah, you two.
Aw, they're gone!
Didn't make it in time, huh?
What ho, good reporters! Were you hoping to get on board as you did during the dragon case?
Yeah, and we heard Joshua was back. Whatever. Dorothy, hurry up and grab a shot of the Arsail. If you use the long-distance lens, we should be able to get a usable shot.
Aye, aye, sir!
Check who shows up here, guys. Just one more crazy voice to do? Aw, yeah.
You've said your goodbyes?
Such as they were to make, yes. How have your preparations come along?
I managed to arrange everything with my uncle. As for Chancellor Osborne, he actually found the idea to be perfectly timed.
He does seem like the kind of man who would be well liked by Liberalians. This will be a grand processional.
You have the nastiest hobbies. I can already see their shocked expressions in my mind.
But that is a large part of the goal, my friend. And so, when next we meet, we shall be foes. Do not lose to the likes of the Society, my erstwhile Liberalian allies.
I don't know what he's talking about, but that's certainly a twist, huh? Like, what the heck is he going on about? Who knows? That I didn't find out by the time this recording ended. By the way, right about now I realized that the original recording stopped, so... But, show had to go on, so I actually did all the voices so that I'd have the timing right, and then I need to redo them now.
We've arrived at Esmalos Tower.
Whoa, that was seriously fast.
That wasn't even 30 minutes, was it?
That's about right, yeah. We were about 3 times as fast as a big passenger airship.
The engine, right.
What's happening on top of the tower? Let me put it on the display.
What in the heck?
Looks a bit like that black wave the Gospels emit, but static. Yes, but unlike some waves, it's confined to the top of the tower. I wouldn't recommend we get close.
Julia, how will we get to the surface?
Unfortunately, the terrain is too rough to land the Arsail. You should be able to get close enough to lower the lift while hovering. Use that. The lift?
The cargo bay elevator lift. It's normally used to load items onto the ship.
Ah, okay.
Now we just need to decide who should investigate the tower and who should stay in reserve.
So, yeah, here we had to pick. Olivier wasn't available. I figured that Sherazard and Chloe were there in our Rouen adventure when we encountered, Blanc.
Ready?
So,
Together
I
now.
picked the 2 of them. I don't know. We'll see how this choice goes, but it seemed the most appropriate in this situation.
Right then. I'll be busy in the lab downstairs. If you kids need your organs tuned or you need new quartz, come by.
You bet.
Right. Remember, you lot, we still don't know what the enemy's goal is. Have a care as you rush into danger like pobs, you hear?
Okay, once we're ready, let's get to the surface.
Yeah, the lift is in the cargo bay.
And that's everything, guys, so that's the end of the episode. Sorry about it again, but I hope you guys enjoyed it.